As we all know, K-pop is spread across multiple generations, with groups under each having their own unique sound while also feeding into an overall generational sound. So far, we've had the first gen, second gen, third gen, and the fourth gen. Now, in the past, it has been fairly easy to determine when each gen has come and gone. However, with just how expansive this fourth generation has been, many have been debating, especially recently, when it is actually going to come to an end. And there have been many reports saying that it has ended and we are in the fifth gen now. Today, I'm here to give my opinions on this and just discuss this topic. It's quite big, so I'm going to try and do my best. So, if that sounds like something you would enjoy, stick around, leave a like and subscribe. And let's just get into talking about the crossroad that K pop has found itself in recently. The main reason why people believe the fourth gen is ending is due to its eldest groups. For example, G-Idol, Stray Kids, ITZY, they are right in the middle of their careers, some flourishing while others starting to struggle to keep up. When we compare these groups to, say, third gen ones like Twice, Mamamoo, or Red Velvet, when they were in this kind of position time in their career, the fourth gen was just starting. So, if history is anything to go by, the same thing should be happening now, and thus we should be entering the fifth gen. But this time round, things aren't so vanilla and they're a little different. I've talked a bit about this in the past, but in the third gen, there was such a core big three of groups that was made up of Twice, Red Velvet, and Blackpink, which meant that when the generation changed or stopped or anything like that, there was that guideline of the big three. However, in the current scene, you have many groups from all different companies running the show. You have IVE from Starship, as I mentioned, G-Idol from Cube, and of course the many popular groups that come from Hybe. So you can see just how different things are. But that is only talking about third gen, and the conclusion I've personally come with is the current situation that we find ourselves in is mostly similar to second gen. There was, for example, the same situation with the dominant groups. Not only did you have Girls' Generation, 21, and Wonder Girls, but you also had After School slash Orange Caramel, 4 Minute, FX, Kara, Miss A, Brown Eyed Girls, the list goes on. This same situation with all these dominant groups from different companies and the big three groups having multiple groups as well created a confusion as to when the third gen started. Is this sounding familiar to you guys? The result of this confusion led to what people refer to as the 2.5th generation. It contains groups like EXID and AOA who were caught right in the middle. The fact that this is so similar to what is happening right now has led me to believe that the fifth generation people are talking about is in fact the 4.5th generation. Listen, I know this is confusing, but just go along with me here. So groups like Zyka's 50/50, Zero Base One, all that jazz that people are suggesting are fifth gen are really this day's AOA or EXID. They might not make as good a music as them, controversial opinion, but they are caught in this 0.5th generation, this in between. The 4.5th generation, if you will. And then, in my opinion, the fifth gen should actually be coming in a year or so. I do think fourth gen is coming to an end, but I don't think it has fully ended yet. So when I was writing the script for this video, I was trying to come up with a reason why this oversaturation, confusion, whatever has happened. And not to sound like a broken record or anything, but I think it is because of TikTok. With the spontaneity of the app and how things go viral there, the K-pop industry's response to keep their groups relevant has been to try and do something fresh and radical with each and every comeback. And that's why a lot of groups these days don't have that coherence in their discographies. Having bold new concepts and changing up has just become the norm in 4th gen. And that is because of TikTok, in my opinion. Some examples would be Kepler. They debuted with Wadada, came back with Up, then We Fresh, and then most recently Giddy. Now, look me in the eye and tell me these are very similar sounding songs. I guess they follow a general formula of being girl crush esque, but uh, also G Idol. What is their concept, really? They change it every single time, and that keeps them in the spotlight, don't get me wrong, but it adds to this confusion. When everyone is doing this each and every time they come back, it makes me wonder what level of difference is going to break out of this generation, because that has commonly been what has defined, you know, an end or a beginning, is the fact that the sound of a music has just switched up drastically. But literally, as I was just saying, if this is every single comeback, then to what extent does it have to be different? Honestly, I don't know. Figure it out for me. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope this didn't feel too loose. I know it doesn't really end on a satisfactory ending, but it's such a big topic with lots of nuances, and I don't want to make this however long of a video. So I really did try my best to just put down what I could come up with, and yeah, I hope you did enjoy. Listen, if any bigger YouTubers want to take my groundwork and run with it, I'd be honored. Anyways, if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.